Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Doing a video today about two beautiful blue Omega Seamasters. If you like this video, please don't forget to click like and subscribe. I have about 100 videos so far and hope to do many more. I wanted to show these two watches side by side today because A, they're among what I consider to be some of the best values in the pre-owned market today. And while they are very similar, especially superficially, there are some noticeable differences that become more apparent when you see the two watches next to each other. So the watch on the left, the reference number is 2220.80. It is the first co-axial Seamaster. This followed the 2531.80, which is the one everybody calls the Bond Omega Seamaster, which was just a regular Omega automatic movement. Here they added the coaxial. The case is a little thicker than its predecessor, but not by much. The watch on the right is the first Omega Seamaster with a ceramic bezel insert, commonly referred to as an SMPc by collectors. They were made in only a few variations, primarily black dial and blue dial. This is the blue dial version. There are a couple special editions also of those watches, but there are far fewer in number. So I wanted to point out some differences in this video, and let's look at one right here. The clasps, as you can see, are quite different. The internal folding arm of the clasp on the SMPc is substantially beefier than its predecessor, which is a great thing because many of those clasps on the left, especially at that thinnest point, they would flex when improperly closed and cause permanent damage to the clasp. So that was a big improvement here. A not so big improvement or change, the SMPc, which is the lower watch in this view, has a shorter clasp, unfortunately. And while I like the fact that there's less writing on the clasp, the shorter clasp, what it causes is that the watch opens up less when you undo the clasp. So it can be a little harder to put on for that reason. So here in this view, you can see the watch thickness on, as I said, the 2220.80 on the left is slightly thicker than its predecessor, which was non-coaxial. The SMPc on the right, which continues with the same coaxial movement, is slightly thicker still. And that's primarily due to the bezel itself being a little bit thicker to accommodate the ceramic, beautiful, I might add, ceramic bezel insert. So that's obviously the most noticeable difference you see between these two watches. I think the ceramic bezel insert is a great improvement. It really modernizes this watch. The dial as well, the dial on the SMPc has no pattern. It's glossy. The dial on the 2220.80 on the left does have the wave pattern. The date window on the 2220.80 is white, whereas it's black on the SMPc. And the text is a little bit different on the dial. They moved the word professional up to be right next to Seamaster on the SMPc. Besides those differences on the face of the watch, there's not much else that's different. As you can see, they both have the same crown locations, including the divisive helium escape crown. The bracelet on SMPc is a little bit heavier, a little bit stouter, each link, I would say. Very noticeable in hand. Overall, I think they're both gorgeous. If you're looking for something that's more current, more closer to modern style, I'd definitely go for the SMPc. It's very apparent, I think, even in images, but even more so in person. If you're more into the classic look, then the 2220.80 is a fantastic choice. Given that the SMPc had a shorter production run than its predecessor models, I would lump the 2220.80 with the 2531.80 as they're really, really similar. I think if I had to pick one of these to get, I'd go with the SMPc. Well, let me know what you think. I'm curious to hear other people's opinions about these watches. If you have any questions as well, feel free to leave them below. And thanks for watching.